sound on. Transition to the talking screen. And hello, everybody. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing all right. I see Chip Sounder is in the chat. Hello, Chip Sounder. How are you doing today? And I heard that it is your birthday this Wednesday. So happy early birthday.
Ooh, happy birthday.
Let's see. I don't have anything specific to talk about today before we get started.
I don't.
So, today we are going to work on a pack of 20 puzzles put together by Chip Sounder, who is turning 434 months old. That is quite the error. That is a number that I know how to calculate what that turns into years. But I am testing everyone else on their ability to do mathematics in their head. It's before 40.
Older than you, much younger than me.
So yeah, 40 would be 480 months, if I'm thinking correctly. And so that is down 46, which is not a multiple of 12.
No, 434 is not a multiple of 12, so.
So it sounds like it should be 432. 430. 36 years old. If I'm doing the math right, because that would be 72 and shoot, I'm just gonna use a calculator. 12 times 36 is 432. So I got it, just in a roundabout way. And I struggled to check my work.
That would mean birthday is not this coming Wednesday.
So did I get incorrect information, or did I misread stuff, or was the mathematics wrong? It was a quick guess. It was a pretty close quick guess then. But yeah, anyway, Chip Sounder put together a pack of 6x6 puzzles, if I remember correctly, that we're going to do as quickly as we can. So let's get started with puzzle number 1. A slow thermometer by Chip Sounder. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Digits along a slow thermometer must never decrease from the bulb end. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. Well, 1 and 2, 6 and 5.
Well, since 5 and 6 both have to be there, that means the other is a 1-2 pair.
Yeah.
Or, well, is 1 and 2.
Yeah, definitely should have done that one. This one's the 5 to go with 5, 6. This has to be 1, 2, so this is 1, 2. this is 3, 4, and 3. And then we're going to get 3 here. One's on the outside. Oh, excuse me. It's 1, 5, and 4. 1, 5, 4. One's gone, 4 is gone, and we have 6. The 4 and the 3 here, fix those, which I should have noticed a bit ago. 4, and then we have 5 and 6, 5 and 6, 1, 5, and 4. 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 5 and 3, 1 and 6, 1 and 2. And we're done. Puzzle number 2. Is Ratio Dots by Chip Sounder. Normal 6x6, Sudoku rules apply. Cells separated by a black dot has one digit double the other, a 1 to 2 ratio. Not all dots are given. Alright, well, 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. And if we know that this has to be 1, 2, 4, this has to be 3, 6. Because from the digits 1 through 6... Go ahead.
You know where 3 goes in column 6.
That's true.
Which leaves 5 and 6 at the bottom in that order. Those are a 1, 2 pair. And that crop key in row 6 can't be 1, 2, so it's going to have to be 2, 4.
5 left over. 3. So this can be a 6 or 2. So this is 1, 4, or 3.
Well, and it can't be 3, 6 because it would break the 3, 6 to the right of it.
That is true. 2, 1, 3. But that's still 1 or 4. We have 3, 5, and 6. So it's obviously 5, 3, 6, 3. 2, and 4. So that's 2. It's not.
Row 1, column 1.
2 here, 4 here, 5 and 6, 3, 5, and 6 here, and 4, 5, and 6, 5, 4, and 6. There we go. Puzzle 3. As AC pops on. Double check now, though. It should be covered by the subtraction. Alright, puzzle 3. Consecutive dots by Chip Sounder. Normal 6x6, Sudoku rules apply. Cells separated by a white dot are consecutive. Not all dots are given. Well, we can change our direction as we go through here, but...
Well, we know that first crop key in row 5 is from 1, 2, and 3.
So it's 5, 4, 3, and... Well, if 3 has to be on here, then it has to be partnered with a 2. Which I should have known just from the fact that 3 existed.
Right.
this has to be 1, 2, 3 because of the 4 right here. We get a 6, 5, 2. And the 2 has to be up here. And it has to be down here, so that's 2. Because it's the middle digit. I don't know why I did it that way. There's no 2. This could still be 3, 4, 5, 6. But 5 has to be one of these two, so it's not there. So this one's 6. And neither of those can be 6s. Or 1s. So that is 3, 4. So we get 5, 6, 1, 2. 6 is gone. 1, 3, and 4, not a 3.
Well,
1 and
5, 3 can't follow 5.
That's true. 4, 1, 3, 1. 1 is gone, 2 is gone. 4 has to appear here, so that's a 5. 3 and 4 are gone. That can't be a 1, so that's a 2, that's a 3, that's a 4, 5, a 3, a 2, 4, 3. 1 and 4. 1 and 6. 6 goes to 1. I still need a 6, I still need a 5. 2, 3. Which is going to go this way. 4 and 6, which is going to go that way. There we go. Slowing down as we get through them. Now we're on to puzzle 4. V's by Chip Sounder. Normal 6x6, Sudoku rules apply. Cells separated by a V sum to 5. Not all V's are given. Well, this has to be 4 and 1 because of the 3 here. And then this one, 4, is going to make this a 2, 3.
And that 2, 3, if you go to the left, makes the column 1.
And we get a 2, 3 here, a 1, 4 there. So this is 1 and 4. 2, 3 here. This is this. So 5 and 6. 1 and 4. This one is that 1. 5, 6, 4. 4, 5, 6, 4. 2.
2.
So we get 3 to be up here, so 5 and 6, which don't seem to be disambiguated. A 6 here is going to fix everything, though. I still need a 2, and I also need a 5.
5.
2 and 3 and
3.
2 and 3. 5, 2 and 5.
5. 1.
1 and 6. There we go. Sped up on puzzle 4. So on to puzzle number 5. Killer cages. Oh, excuse me. Puzzle number 5. Killer cages by Chip Sounder. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Digits in a dotted cage without repeat. Sum to the total given in the top left corner of the cage.
Well, that 11 cage in row 4 is 1, 2, 3, 5.
So
in
4
some
and
order.
6 are left out.
The 7 cage in column 1, 1, 2, 4, which resolves the 4, 6.
5 and 3. 5. 5 has to be here because it can't be 3 and 5. So I think this has to be
And that
6
has
and
to be
2.
2 and 6, yeah. Because it can't be 1 and 7, and you can't use a 4 and an 8, so. That 7 cage is 3, 4.
5 are left over. This 8 really isn't affected. I don't think. Because 1 is already gone, so you've got 2, 6, and you've got 3, 5. I guess we have options. 6 can be in either of those, 4 can be in either of these, but we already sort of knew that. 3, 5, 3, 5, 1.
Well, column 4, or row 1, column 4. Since the 6 has to go in that column and it can't go in the 3 cell 8, it has to go in the 2 cell 8.
Right. Does this have to be... Well, it's 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. Well, the 6 has to go here, because it has to be one of these. And we've got these 2 6s, which looks up here. Oh, the 1 has to be in here, so it's not here. Three and 5. But the 6 and 4 could be here. Oh, this can't be 1, 3, 4. The 7 has a 3 and 4, so it has to be 1, 2, 5. Four, 5. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Puzzle number 6. Quadrangles by Chip Sounder. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Digits inside a circle must appear in the connected 2x2 of cells. Digits that appear twice must repeat if shown in a circle. So over here we've got 2 1s. So a 1, 2, 3, 4 over here, which doesn't have 3's there, 4's there, can't have 1's here. And I have to have a 6 here and here. Oh, and if my 1 has to appear here, and it has to appear here, then it must go there and there. And then
Well,
the
that's
2
a 1,
can't go
2,
here.
3, 4, so it's 5, 6 in the column 1 there for box 3.
5 above 6.
And 6.
This is over here.
Yeah.
Got the 6 here. 5's one of those 2. 5's one of those 2. 2 there.
Well, you can place the 5 in box 2, which resolves the box 1, 5.
4. Which means 3, 4 can't go there, so this is 3, 4. Although I already knew that because of the 2. Although this is going to be a 1 then, which I should have already known because the 2 1's here. Well, the 2 1's here are going to make that 2 and 1. 4, 4. Makes 4 one of those 2.
3 is one of those 2, so that's a 3, 4 pair. In column 6.
Oh, and then
Which
the
tells
1's
you
going
which
to have to
direction
go
the
here.
1s are, yeah.
2 and 5.
2 over 5.
Here. 4 makes 2. 6, 2,
5 in
and
column.
5 and 3. There we go. Alright, moving on to thermometers by chip sounder. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Digits on a thermometer must rise from the bulb end. And this time we don't have the slow thermometer, so if this goes 1, 2, 3, if this goes 1 and 2, this can't be another 2. That was a 3, and if that was a 3, then this had to be 4 or more. So, chip sounder says, ha ha ha, the 3, 4, and 6 are stuck. Not quite sure I understand. Got 3 there, 4 there. One, 2.
Yes, the
The
given
given
digits.
digits. This is forced to be 3 because this can't be a 6, and so max is 5. This can't be a 4, so minimum 3, maximum 3. So that's going to force those to be 2 and 1 as well. Well, 3's are going to
3 can be placed,
here.
yeah.
3's there and there. Oh, well, if they're here and here, then that's 3. 4 is now required, and then 5 and 6. Well, 2, 5, and 6, but
Well,
2 can't go here, so it's there.
if you look at the thermo that crosses through there, it's got to be 4 or 5, yeah.
So 3, 5, not 2, 4.
Well, you can place 6 in box 6.
Five now has to be on top, so that makes this a 3. 3 there.
And the 4 comes off the bulb.
Giving us a 4, 5 pair here, 1, 2 pair there.
Column
5
4
pairs,
is left with a 1, 2 pair. Column 5 is left with 1, 5, 6. 2, 4, 5.
Okay, well, this can't be a 5, because then that would be a 6. And then both of those would look at that and say that can't be anything. So this is a 4,
Right.
a 5. And if this is a 4, it can't be a 4 before it, so go. Those are our slowest ones so far. The next puzzle is in the chat. Arrows by Chip Sounder. Normal 6x6. Sudoku rules apply. Digits on an arrow must sum to the digit in the connected circle. Digits may repeat if other rules allow. Interesting. I'm assuming that this circle is just those two cells. Although I guess theoretically it could continue around, except it's maximum 6. Which, I mean, even with repeats, it'd have to be a 1, 2, 1, 2. And yeah, I'd have to have a pair of 1s and a pair of 2s to make 6. So, yeah, take this arrow has to be those two. And I might have a setting in here that puts the lines behind stuff. But otherwise, everything has to be 3 or more. Whereas this one can't be 4 or 6. This one's forced to be a 5. Except this one isn't forced to be a 5. Because it could be a 2, as I just demonstrated earlier. It's the only one that has that property. 3, 4, and 6 are gone, but it could be a pair of 1s.
Well, it can't be. Well, it could. Yeah, it could be 5. Okay. It would have to be 3 in box 4 and 2 in box 6.
This 4 doesn't have options. So you can have 3 or 4 or 1. You can have a pair of 1s, or you can have a 3 and a 2. Well, if this is 1 or 3, this cannot be a 4, because that would have to be 1 and 3. So it could be 1, 2, or 2, 3. Either way, it's got a 2. But that's going to give us 5 and 6.
Well, it can't be 3, the one in row 1, because if it's 3, follow it down around. That's a 1, 2. That would be a 3. Has to pair with a 2, or a 5 would have to pair with a 1 and 6, and that breaks.
3,
That
1,
puts
2,
2 1s in there.
3,
Oh, well, no, it wouldn't.
2, 5,
Not necessarily.
1, 6.
Because it would put the 2 in the. I don't know why I was saying that the 1 had to be in box 4.
Now, if we made this a 5 instead, you'd have a 6 and a 5. So this is a 2, a pair of 1s, you've got a 2, 3. This, I mean, this can't be a 1 because that would be 3. So this is 3 or 4. This would have to be a 5. Which is going to have to be 2, 3. So 3 would force a 6. Now I feel like I'm just solving it.
Well, then, okay, if the circle in column 1 is a 5,
mhm.
I guess it could be either 1, 1, 4, or 2, 3.
Have to have a 5 here and a 6 here. I mean, I guess either way, this is a 5, 6 pair. Because if this is a 5, you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so this is going to have to be a 2. So this is either 1, 2, or 2, 3 again. 1, 2, 3 places of 4. makes this a 6 and a 2. A pair of ones, a 5. A 5 here, 6. There we go. That's
It
five
can't be
things.
3 or 4, so
Could
1, 5.
be. Yeah, it has to be 1 and 5. 1 and
5.
2, 5 and 5 and 4.
6.
6 and
3.
3. 1, 2, 4. 3. There's 4. There we go. Alright, this one's our new slowest at 5.5 minutes. Next puzzle. Before we go to the next puzzle, Chip Sounder says, another way to see that a 3 in the circle in column 1 would have broke the other arrow in box 3, and that
Right.
would have been this one, which that one had to be 3 through 6, and
Any one of
this
them would
was,
have to use a 1 or a 2.
yeah, because 3 and 4 would be the next two up. Another way to just think about it is that collectively, 4 different digits have to be a minimum of 10, while 3 and 6 is only 9. So, a few different ways of thinking about how that creates problems. Next puzzle. Skyscrapers by Chip Sounder. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Each digit in the grid represents the height of a building in its cell. Taller buildings obstruct the view of shorter ones behind them, and clues outside the grid give the number of buildings visible from that vantage point in the clue's row or column. So since this one can see 5 buildings, this one's going to have to be pretty small. 3. Oh, well, this 6 being way down here means this has to be a 5. If it was any smaller than a 5, let's say it was a 4, I can put the 5 down here. Let's say it was a 3. Then I can put 4 or 5 over here on the other side of the 6, but then 4 or 5 would have to be on the other side, and that would make too much. So this one is 4 or 5. But we've got 4, 5, and 6 greater than the 3, so we've got to be careful about the placement of those. Six has to be one of these two. So 6 goes across here.
That 4, 5 in row 1, if it was a 5, then how do you resolve the 2 in row 1?
Oh, right. Oh, no, I can just put the 6 in front.
Oh, and put a 4. Yeah, never mind. I always do forget about stuff like that.
Yeah. This could still technically be a 1 and then a 6. So this 2 has nothing restricted. Okay. Could this be a 4? We know it sees this one and the 4, but then it would have to see the 5, so the 1 or 2, the 4, and then 5 and 6 would only be 4 digits. So this one is maximum 3. But because of the 3 down here, it can't be a 3, so this is a 1-2 pair. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6. We know this one isn't a 6, this one isn't a 4. Now, we don't know if we see both of these. This one can't be a 6 because we can't see the 6 that early. But if this was a 5, you'd only see 1 and 2, and 5 and 6. So this one cannot be a 5, must be a 3.
One in column 3. If that was a 5,
And that would be a 4, and
then
that
you
would
would
break.
see, yeah.
Well, this cannot go 1, 2, and 3. But we definitely see this one, and we definitely see that one. But I could make this a 3, a 5, and a 6, or even the 6 here, and just see 3.
Row 1, the 6 has to be in box 2. Otherwise, you see,
Right. We see the whatever
it
this
can't be
is,
first
the 5 and the 6. Yes.
or last, depending on which direction you're looking at it.
I would say first, since we're looking at it from the perspective of this 2. This 3, if we place the 6 here,
You could still put the 5 directly
yeah, we know
next
we
to
would
the
see this
3.
one, but it would have to be 5, I think.
Well, if the 6 is in row 1, that you can put the 5 in row 5 in that column.
Yeah, that's true. This one you have to be careful with. But where is the 6? 6 has to be one of these 2, because it can't be down here.
It-
And if we make that the 6, then this one is done. If this is a 6, well, as long as this one is smaller than that one, we're good.
Yeah.
Alright, well, if we go 1 and then 2, it has to be 6 and then 5. But if we go 2 and then 1, it has to go 5 and then 6. The only ordering here that's not valid is 1, 2, 3. But I could go 1, 3, and then as long as that's a 6, we're good. Or you go 2, 3, and then a 6. If this is a 6, then that's a 6. This would just need to be greater than this one, so this one's not a 1,
It would have to
this
be the
one's not a
4.
4.
Oh, right. It wouldn't have to be the 4. It just has to be.
Yeah. Six has to be one of these two. If this is a 1, that's forced to be a 6. I'm missing something else. I've already passed 10 minutes on this one. Rapidly approaching 15 minutes. Okay, I want to ask the question, can this be a 6? You make that a 6, this a 5, and that a 3. You see 3, 5, 6. And it works just fine. Saying if that is a 6, that's a 5, that would have to be a 3. And if we make that a 6, then this couldn't be a 3, but it would still be 1 or 2. not seeing any, like, groups. So it has to just be from the skyscrapers. I don't really want to ask questions like if that was a 6 and then see where that leads, but 4, 3, a 5, a 1, a 2. Be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not particularly helpful, but 4s would have to be across. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 6. It's becoming quite chaotic quite quickly. The 1s and 2s. Excuse me. Yeah, it didn't seem to advance anything. So maybe I need to ask a different question. And the different question I will ask is, what is the question I need to ask?
Can row 1, column 5 be a 4?
Row 1, column 5. If it was a 4,
Then
well,
that would
this
be
would be 1
lower,
through a 3. Yeah.
and then it would see 3, so that cannot be a 4.
Takes one thing out. Okay. This cannot be a 4 for the same reason.
Right.
Because then this would be smaller than 4, a 4, and then 5 or 6. And then now we're at 3. could this be a 4? Well, if this is a 5, then that covers the 4.
Right, and 6 is at the top.
Yeah. Feels like I need to be reaching farther forward from some of these questions. But I'm not sure how. Either 6 is this way, or 6 is that way. Alright, the 6 here, there. One of those two. Past 20 minutes on this puzzle. So that's fun. This cannot be 1, 2, 3, but that doesn't mean this cannot be a 3. It could go 2, 1, 3. 6.
Right.
Okay, if this is not a 5, it must be 1 or 2. Which would make that a 6. 4, and 5. So this one cannot be a 5. If this is a 5, excuse me, if this is not a 5, 1, 2, 4, 6, 5. But if this is a 5, I'm going to place a 6 here. You could even place a 4. You just need a 6 somewhere back here. But could this be a 4? If this was a 4, you have a 1, 2 pair, a 6, and a 5. Can this be a 6? 1, 2, 4, 5. If this is a 4, this is a 5. If this is a 5, we get 4, 6. If we get a 6, that's 4, 5. It feels like I should be able to do something more with that.
Yeah.
If this is 5 or 6, you get a 3, 4 pair here. And if this is a 4, you get a 5, 6 pair. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I do 1, 2, 6, 5. If I do 2, 1, 5, and 6. I'm not seeing where to advance from here.
If row 1, column 5 is the 6, it doesn't matter what anything else is in that row.
Right.
So let's ignore that one. Say it's to the left. Then 4 has to be the first digit. Or the end digit.
This could be 3 or 4.
Oh, right. It could be a 3 or it could be a 3.
Oh, except for the 4 here. So that would actually force this to be a 3.
Right.
Except it could technically be a 2 and a 1.
Right.
2, 1. So 2. Okay, hold on. That's 1 or 2. That's 1 or 2. This is 1 or 2, so that's a 3. This would have to be a 5. And a 1 or 2. This is 4, because this would be 6. 1 or 2. 5. So then this would have to be 3. 1, 2. 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 6.
Column 1 shows a 3.
1, 2. So that got us close, but not close enough. Is there something better we could look at?
Um,
2, 1, 5, 6. 6 here. That's this one. And I can take a 4. Or no. Well, this can't be a 1, 2 pair. So one of these is 1 and 2. For sure. Because one of those two has 1 or 2. Okay. Could this be 4 and 5? This is 5 and 6. 6. That would be a 5. So you go 1, 2, 1, 2, and 6. Six means 3 is one of those two. Six would be here. 1, 2, and 5. 5 here.
well, column 6 right now has a 1, 2, 3 triple.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You already have that. Took away the ones. Never mind.
1, 2 pair. 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3. 6. 6. 6. This is 4. Like is this close, but not close enough. Alright, did I make a mistake? Or did I do something else. I don't think I made a mistake, because that was kind of forced, and that was forced. Yeah, I think I'm fine with the logic. Three, 4, and 5. Let's say this was 3 and 5, just for funsies. What would that mean? You've got your 1, 2 pair here and here, so 4 and 6. 1, 2, and 5 would be, so that would be 6 would be 4. Got 1, 2 here, 1, 2 there. 6, 1, 2, 4. Oh, well, this would be the only spot for a 4. So we got 5, 6. 5, 6. 1, 2, and 5. 2 and 5. 2, 4. 3, 6. Oh no! It's broken.
Okay.
Chip Sounder says, I have punched this in and I made a mistake. This is a broken puzzle. It's not unique. Oh no. Can you give us a given digit or something? Another skyscraper to fix it? And then I can just post a new link. Or do you want us to just move on? And you can send a new link afterwards. I will go ahead and leave this here. And while we wait on what Chip Sounder wants us to do with that one, I'll go ahead and move on to the next puzzle. So, everyone ignore that link. I'm going to put some stars on that one. Star, 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 star. Alright. And the next puzzle is German Whisper by Chip Sounder. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Adjacent digits along a green line must differ by at least 3. And we have that same 3, 4, and 6 here, which I think Chip Sounder mentioned as being stuck.
Oh, yeah.
As part of this set. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead
Oh, yeah. I think
and
I made an assumption with row 3. Move on. Yeah.
purples and greens. We have high digits and low digits. And greens are going to have to be our low digits because 4 and 6 are considered our high digits. So purples are red, greens are blue, so reds are 4, 5, and 6. And the reason I know that they have to be high and low is by the difference of 3. A 1 plus 3 is 4, and 3 plus 4 is 6, and then 6 minus 3 is 3. So even if the far ends, you're forced to be on the opposite side of that line.
Yes, and 4 is forced to go to 1. So in column 1, row 4, you cannot have a 4.
1, row 4. This one's 4. This one's also not a 4, so we get a 5 with a 1 and 2 surrounding it. A 6 could be next to 1 or 2. This 4 is also removed. It would make both of those ones, but a 5 removes 3 as a possibility. 3 is also a problem. It would make both of those 6s.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Okay, well I do need a 3, and I need a 4, a 5, 1 or 2. This 4 gave us this one. This is now 3, 5, 4 here. It gives us a pair of 1s, a 2, a 2, a 1, 2, 2, 1. And not a 5. But it can't be a 4 because it's next to a 2, so that's a 6. And 2s and 1, 4.
Well, in row 4, box 4, you can't put a 4 in either of those two, so that's a 2-3 pair.
3, 5. 2, and 3, and that is a red 5, 6, a blue 1, a blue 3, a red 6, and a red 4. There we go.
And Chip Sounder said a 3 clue at the top of column 5 makes it unique. I will fix the link.
Let me log into my Facebook page. You can also send just the final set of digits at the end of the Sudoku link in chat. That should make it easy enough for me to copy and paste. Just for time, a 3 clue at the top of column 5. Well, that
I think
would
it's
remove the 6.
a skyscraper clue on the outside, yeah.
Get rid of all of our superscripting.
1-2 pair in
there.
column 5.
4,
Yeah.
a 6, and this has to be a 5. 6 here.
Box 2 has a 1-2 pair in it.
That's 3, that's 5. And we know we see this one, but I guess it doesn't really matter. So we're done with this 3. We're done with that 3.
We're done with the
is
2.
done.
Yeah. Move the 3s from the beginning of row 1.
And now, since we have 5 and 6 here, this is forced to be a 3.
Oh,
and
right.
that accomplishes our 3 here. Column 2 gives us
Column 3
there.
has a 1-2 pair.
Gives us 3. link sent. So this is skyscrapers. And 5, 3, 4, 1, 2 pair. Oops, one far. And 6, 1, 2, 3, 5, another 1, 2. Again, too far. Go back one. 4, 6, 5. 2 pair. 3, 5. 1, 2, 4, 6. We've got 5 and 6 there. 1, 2, and 3 with the 3 that has to be here. 1, 2, 4, 6. 6 is gone. 4 is gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is gone from everything. 4 and 5 from the row. 3 from the column. Makes that a 3. And then we should be back. Yes. And accomplish that one, that one, that one. That 5 isn't done. That one's done. This one's done.
Okay, row 1, column 1.
Mm-hmm.
If that were a 4, the next to it would have to be a 6, or below it would be a 6 to accomplish the 2. Or, well, no, I guess it wouldn't have to be a 6 there, because that could be a 6.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it would be 4 or 5 at the bottom. So 6 would be in the third position.
Mm-hmm. 4, 5, 6. And this could still be a 2, a 1. Oh, except it can't be 1 and 2.
Right.
So if this is 1 and 1 or 2, that's a 6. But if this is a 4, then we get 5 and 6.
All right. If the one that you're on right now is a 6, which was row 3, column 1, then at the end of column 3, or row 3, I meant. No, it can't be that way. The 1 and 2 have to be reversed. That's not a, can't be a 2.
1, 2 pair will break this. Is there a simpler version of that one? Because if we have 2, 1, 5, 6, then we would have a 2 and a 1, 2 and a 1, 1 and 2, 2 and 1. Now we have 1, 4.
Row 2, column 1 sees both 1 and 6.
1, 2, and 6. So it can't be this way. This has to be a 2,
Right.
this has to be 1. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. 6s, 5s, 4s. There we go. Alright, Chip Sounder says this was my first attempt at the skyscraper constraint. It is a tricky puzzle. Alright,
Well,
this
I
one
always
down.
seem to make incorrect assumptions with skyscrapers. Like the,
Mm-hmm.
oh, well, this is this, therefore the 4 at the top, that has to be the 6 after it. Well, no, because you can have smaller things after the 4.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the one that always trips me up as well. The because like I want to say in a lot of places like, oh, this is a 5 clue, so it goes in this way. Like I want to say that this is 1 or 2, 2 or 3, 3 or 4, 5 or 6. Like something like that, like a thermo. But that's not how it works.
Right.
1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6 is how I want to mark that. But that's not how it works. And then like getting things to be correct going around that way is super tricky. Yeah. All right. Next puzzle in order is sandwiches.
Now, can you delete the
I can delete comments. So
comments from yours?
this is the old skyscraper link. So let's get rid of that one. Remove. Message redacted. Alright. Sandwiches by Chip Sounder, normal 6x6, Sudoku rules apply. Clues outside the grid, sum the digits between 1 and 6 in their respective row and column. Sandwiches. We have 21 in the row. Minus 1 and 6 leaves 14 remaining.
Well, and it'll have to be 2, 4.
Yeah. Well, if it has to be 2, 4, then this is a 2, and we get 1, 6 here, and then what, 3, 5 left over?
Yeah.
And then if that's
Well,
true
and now
this way, 1, 4, 6, well, it's not 6. 3, so you leave 3 and 1. 2 and 5. 1 and 6. And we can mark that one is done. And that one is done.
Well, in
Now,
column 2, you can't go below the 3, so yeah. And since that's a 1, 6 in row 4,
right. This one's not done. 4. 1, 2, 4. We have a 1, 6 here. We can't put a 7 this way, so we have 1, 6, and 5. This is a 6, that's 1, 1, 6, 6, 1, and 6. 3 to finish that off, and a 5 to finish that one. 2, 5 here, 3 and 4, and then 2, 5. 7 is done. We just gotta get this 5. 1 and 2, and 4 and 6 gives us 4 and 6. And apparently, I'm going to have to do 5 in 2 digits. So that is 2 and 3. 1, 5, 2, and 3. Finish. There we go. Numbered rooms. By Chip Sounder. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Clues outside the grid indicate the digit which has to be placed in the nth cell in the corresponding direction, where n is the digit placed in the first cell in that direction.
Yeah, Chip Sounder said all a learning curve for
Mm-hmm.
the. It's like, well, that's why we have beta testers.
Can't be a 1. So 2 would place a 3 here, and a 5 would place it there, but there's a 3 here. So this is a 2 and a 3, and we have 1 and 5 left over. And that one is done. 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, clearly it can't be a 5. I don't have a 5 anywhere else. So this 4 has to be placed in this one, so it's going to have to be 4, 5, or 6. Well, it can't be a 4. And it can't be a 5. So that's a 6 placed in a 4. We have 1 5 left over and a 2. 6 is gone. Oh, and clearly it can't be a 1. A 3 must be placed in the 6th cell, because that's what's given. The 6 is in the 5th cell. I should have started with this 3. And so that 3 was done, that 6 is done. Our 4 is done down here. 4 has to be 2, 3, or 4. Well, it can't be a 4.
It can't be 4.
And it can't be a 3. So that's a 2, that's a 4, and our 4 is done. 3, 2, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, and 5 are not available. 1 wouldn't work because that would overlap, and a 3 would be not working. So that's a 6, placing a 3. 3 is gone, and that is done. 2 and 4. I still have options for both of those. But this is 1 and 3, which is fixed, so 5 and 1. I still need, I've got 2, 4, 2, 4, so 2, 4, 1, 3, excuse me, 1, 3, 5, 6.
Okay, for the 5 clue, you can't have 4 because there's a 5 in column 3.
Right. So 2, 4, 6, 5, 2, 5, 1, 5, and our 5 clue is done. And now we just need to clean up. So I have 1 and I have 4 remaining. I still need a 2 and a 4, I think.
Well, row 1 needs a 1.
1 and 5. There
5.
we go. 1, 2. X sums. X sums by Chip Sounder. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Clues outside the grid show the sum of the first X digits in the row/column, X being the first digit seen in the row or column. Okay, well, to get 13, I have to do that in at least 3. 3 and 6 are gone. The 4 or 5 would be included. And there's 21 in the column.
Minus 8.
Right, which has to be done in at least 2. So this has to be a 4. So we have 8, which would be 2, 6, or 3, 5. Well, there's already a 6, so that must be 3, 5. So we have 1 and 2. And 4 and 6 is 10, plus an extra 3. So that confirms that 13 is complete.
Well, and there's also a 13 in column 5
Mm-hmm.
with a 3 at the bottom.
And 5 to make 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they have to
So
do
a
this
4 at the top.
2 and 6. And that's done automatically. And 6, that has to include a 4. Well, I can't do 1, because then that would just be 1. So that's going to have to be 2 to make 6.
Well, the 1 at the top of column 1.
Yeah, that's clearly a 1. 6 is done, 1 is done. 8 has to be in at least 2, which would be 2 and 6, except I've got a 1-2 pair here, so this is done in 3.
Well, and that would break the 1, 2, 6, so.
That's true. So I think this has to be like this. So you can do this 1 there. And that's 4 more. Gives us 8. And you can't do 8 and 4 anyway. So that is complete. 10 has to be in at least 3. It's clearly not done in 6. It can't be done
in 5.
So 3 would leave 11 on this side. And 3 would make this 7, which would be a 1-6 pair. Oh, excuse me. This is 5 and 6. So this is 1. And this is 3 or 4. 2, 3, 4. Makes 10. 5 and 6. Just from the pattern of the 6x6 puzzle. Missing what, 1, 3, and 5, which I've got a 5 here, so 1, 6, 5, 3, 3, 5. This needs 2, I need a 4, I need a 6, 5, 6, 1 and 2 and 3 and 5, 2, 5, 1, 3, 1, 2, and 6. There we go. Next puzzle is Renban by Chip Sounder. Normal 6x6, Sudoku rules apply. Digits on a Renban line must form a set of consecutive digits in any order without repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this has all of the digits on it. 6 is gone, 4 is gone, 3, 3, 3, 4, 6. I don't know if painting it like that was useful.
Well, column 6, or row 6, excuse me. Since there's a 3, that's going to have to be 4. Yeah.
This entire thing sees this. So this cannot have a 1 on it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This cannot
Can't have
be
a
4,
2
5,
on
or
it. Oh,
6.
well, never mind.
So this has to be 1, and then 2, 3. And if this is 2 and 3, then this is 4, 5. And then I have 6, and then the other from 2 and 3. Okay, whatever this is, sees this entire Renban. This has to be 1 or 6. This is a 5-cell Renban.
Right. Well, it's going to have a 2 in it, and it can't go in column 6.
Right. Okay. The 5 is one of these 4. But I can do better. A 4 has to be one of these 2.
Right.
Which means my 4 up here has to be there. 3 is one of those 3, which means this isn't a 3. 4, 5,
Oh,
and
and
3 is
5. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I missed the 1, 5 in box 6.
5 looks like this. Which unfortunately doesn't all look at one thing.
No.
Four-cell Renban has to have both 3 and 4 on it. So a 4 has to be here. And 3
Yeah.
has to be one of those two, so that's not a 3. 5 and 4. That can't be a 3.
3
It's one of
in
those two.
box 2 has to go in column 4. Which takes it out of the. So now you can place the 3 in that in the 5-cell or 6-cell Renban.
This 3 takes it out of all of those. This one we just figured out takes it out of there. This one can't be a 3. Because 3 has to be one of these two from the column. So there's our 3. I was just trying to make sure I covered all of the logic that
Yeah.
was there.
Oh, 3 in box 4.
Can't go on the line again. It has to be one of these two.
And it has. Yes, but
Oh,
look
and
where it
this
has
one.
to be in column. Yeah.
And then this one removes it from the Renban line. Three, 4, 5, 6. That's still a possibility. Four, 3, 4, 3, 4, 6. This cell has to be that one. Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, I said that to that move there. 5.
Can't be 6.
Yeah, if that was a 6, then that would be broken. So we can do 6 and 5, or we can do 5, 2, or we can do 1 and 2, or 2 and 1. Six has to be one of those two, so 6 is Okay, this thing here has all of the digits.
Right.
This cell right here sees all of those. So it has to be either this one or that one. But this one's a 3, and we already show that that's not a 3. So those two have to be the same. So this can't be a 2, because 2 has to be one of those 4, which I'll see there. Okay, anything else that's going to align with those? Not sure. That one is that one. Well, we know that this one is this one, and this one is that one. And so where does blue go on this line? Well, blue isn't red. It's in this box, and it sees 3, so that has to be blue. So this can't be a 5, and this can't be a 2. The 6 pair places a 5, red is 1, blue is 6, 2, 1, 1. It's gone. 2 6s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 3, 5, 2, 5, 5, 4, 2, 4, 5, 2, 3. Perfect. Alright, moving on to little killers. By Chip Sounder, normal 6x6, Sudoku rules apply, clues outside the grid, sum the digits on the indicated diagonal, digits may repeat if allowed by other rules. So we've got 1 through 4 there. Well, it can't be 2, 6, so this has to be 3, 5. The 3 here is going to fix those. So our 8 is done. 3, 2. 11 means that those 3 cells have to be 5. 1 and 2 means the maximum this could be is a 3. No, maximum is a 2. And 1 would make this more than a 3. $17. I already have 11 right here. So I have 6 here. Although this can go all the way up to
4 with a pair of 1s.
Yeah.
If it's a 1 at the bottom, it has to be a pair of 5s.
Right. And a 2 means I need 9.
And you can't use 3, 6.
5. Well, I guess this is a 5 either way. And this is either 4 or 5.
And a 1, 2 pair left in row 5. Column 1 has a 1, 2, 4 triple, which leaves 5, 6. And that doesn't touch anything.
A 1 would mean 9, and a 2 would be 8. This can't be 5, that can't be 6. Well, this is 15. The entire thing is 21. So these two are 6. And if this is 5 or 6, that has to be 5 and 1.
All right.
Nope. Nope,
Nope,
nope, nope.
nope.
I messed
It's
something
not
up.
15. It's 15 minus 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It's 13 or 14.
Which makes this allowed to be larger. So 8, 13, and 5 is the smallest this can be, which would be 18. So the largest this can be is a 4. No, 18 plus 3 is 21, right?
Yeah.
Because we said 8 was the smallest, plus 5 is the smallest, plus another 5 is 10, and 8 for 18. So yeah, so 1, 2, or 3. Okay. If this was 2, 3, that would be a 1. So I guess I should just simply ask, can this be a 1? We've got 18, we've got 13 here, minimum. So that would not work for this to be a 1, because 1 and 6 is 7. But I can make this a 9. And 9 and 1 is 10. 15. And 6 more makes 21. So this is only a 1 if this is a 9. With a 1 here. Okay, 2, 3 would be 4, 5. But if this is 1, 4, we have 2 or 3 over here. This has to be 5 or 6, paired with 2 or 3. But I can make 8 with either of those or 9. So I don't think that's an issue. So something else is. Okay, well, do we have any type of alignment in there? If this is a 2, then that's a 1, 2. But I know I have to have a 1 as one of these. These 3 sum to 5. These 3 sum to 6. I guess I could do 2, 3, and 1. So I'm not even required to have a 1 in here. But one of those 3 is required to be a 1. But nothing sees all 3 of them. Chip Sounder says 5 in row 2. Well, that doesn't have a 5 in it because of this. And
Yeah.
this 5, it rolls out of there. That can't be a 5. So this is a 5. All of that's removed. It's 2 and 6. This isn't a 5. If this is a 1, that would be a 3, forcing this to be a 2. And if this is a 2, then it's a 2. So 2 is removed from the rest of the column. Well, whatever this is, this also
that one.
goes. Yeah, those two are the same. So if this is a 1, that's a 3. If this is a 2, that's a 2, meaning that isn't a 2. Does that mean that these two are the same? Because if this is a 1, that's a 3, that's a 1. And if this is a 2, that's a 1, that's a 2. Interesting.
Yeah.
So neither of those
Oh.
can be purple.
Right. Well, that places purple in box 4. Because what can be 1 or 2?
Right. That one can't. Purple's one of those two. Do I have to have purple on the 17? Have a pair of 1s and a 4. So then I wouldn't be required to have purple here. Except if this is a 2, that's a 1. And this is a 4 would make that a 1, and now I have 2 1s. So this can't be 4 anymore. And now they have to be 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, I have a 1, 2 pair here. So 3, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. 6, excuse me, 6, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Remove coloring. 2, 2, 2, 1. I don't know why I did it that way. 3, 4, 5, places of 2. 2 and 2 is 4, plus 6 makes 10, plus 5, 6, a 4, a 3, a 6, a 1, 4, 3, 3, 4, 1, not a 3, and 7 and 4 is 11, a pair of 5s and a 4, and we're done. Nice. I think that one was the hardest one so far. At least it took the most time. If we ignore the skyscrapers one.
Right.
And now we're on to region sums. Although we are
How many do we have
also
left?
we have 5 puzzles left. They should all be short. Do you want to just run through them?
Sure.
Let's see how far we get. Copy, paste. Region sums, normal 6x6. Each line, digits on the line have an equal sum n within each box it passes through. So that forces a 6 there. Whatever this is, it's also that one. These two are the same. But I'm going to have to put a 6 in this box. It's going to have to go here because whatever those are, it's going to have to be, well, I think it's going to have to be 5 for my red cell. Because
right,
it's then also going to be here. Because these have to be minimum 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 10. So 5 is my answer. Not full. I don't really feel a need to keep those as blue.
Well, it's the last one, the 2-cell one, sees 3, 4, 5, and 6, so it's a 1-2 pair. We don't know if it's 1 or 2, but
yeah.
But that pairs with the 5, so.
And then the 6 can't go in here, so that's a 6. Whatever those are, they are the same. Oh, got a 1, 2 here. So this is 3, 4. Which is 4, 1, 2s, 1s, 3, 2. 2 and 4. 1, 1, 3, 2, 4. 2, 1, 4. 2, 4. 6. 1, 3. They're not aligned. But 5
You
is
can
going to
place 6
here.
in column 1.
6, 1, 4.
Column 3 needs 1, 2, 3. Column 4 needs a 3.
And 4. There you go. Double arrows. The sum of the digits along a double arrow line is equal to the sum of the digits in the circles at either end of the line. Digits may repeat if other rules allow. Five or six. Okay. How could this be a 5? I already have 3 and 4 in here, so that forces this to be a 6 and a 1, 5, and a 2. 1, 4, 5, 2, and 3. The whole box is represented here. This, the sum of these 3 is the sum of those 2, which means this is 2 times whatever the sum is, which means this digit is off. And we either get 10, leaving 1, 9, leaving 3, or 8, leaving 5.
Okay, in row 6, where you've got the 3 circle, the max that that line can sum to is going to be 9. And if you look at what's there, the minimum 1 4 is 5, and 2 2s is 9. Which puts a 5 in the circle.
Sure does. The same thing that I said in box 1 applies for box 4. So 1, 3, or 5. I already have a 3 or 5. So that's a 1, which means this is a 4. And we have 2, 3, and 5 going across. I already have 4, which means this is 1 plus whatever that is. So 2 would make 3, 3 would make 4, 4 would make 5, 5 would make 6, but that's not allowed. If 6's means 6 has to be one of those 2. Isn't that helpful? 2, 4, 6, 6 on here. These are consecutive, meaning I have 2 evens over here and 2 odds over there. But this is even. One of those has to be even. 6 is already even, so that can't be even. 3, 5 pair leaves a 2. If this was a 6, the most that those could sum to is 9, with 4 and 5. So 6 would have to pair with a 1 and 2, which would contradict this 2 here. So this isn't a 6, this is, if my keyboard would not double press. So now this is 3, 4. Wait, no. 4 for 10, 3 for 9, 2 for 8. Okay, a 4 would leave 2, so I would need 8, which would have to be 3 and 5. A 2 would put a 4, but I would need 4 more, which would be 1 and 3.
It could be placed in box 2.
2 in box 2, all of that's rolled out.
Has to go in box 1. It has to go in row 1.
Right, because of
There's
the way
a
this
2 in
2 is,
column 2.
and those are. So, 2. Can this be a 3? Because, or more accurately, can this be a 3? Because if this is a 3, then it can't be a 3.
No.
Because 9.
It can't be a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 10 pairs with 1 and 8 pairs with 5.
What's left over in this column? 1, 3, and 5. And I know I have 3. So 3 and 1 plus 2 is 6. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 is 6, which would mean I need to place a 2 here, but then that 2 would contradict. So I place a 6, because 3 and 5 is 8, plus 2 is 10.
3, 5
3, 5
pair in the
pair.
box.
This isn't a 3 anymore, so that isn't a 2. 4 is now required, so that's a 2. 4, 2. 5. 3 makes it 4, 5. 4, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. 10 means I need 1, 4.
1 and 4.
Goes this way. 3, 1, 3. There we go. 3 more puzzles. 10 minutes overtime. Between lines. Digits along the between line must be between the digits on the circled ends of the line. Well, if this is a 4, then if this was higher, that would be a 6, which is not possible because that's already here. So this must be
Well,
lower.
those both have to be 5.
Yeah. Four is not allowed, 2 and 3 isn't allowed, 1 and 6 aren't allowed, so that's a 5 and a 6.
One in box 3, one of the circles has to be a 1. And it can't be the
6,
1 above the 1.
4
Yeah.
and 5 are left over.
Yep. Row 4 needs a 1 and a 4.
Row 4, you said 1 and 4. 6 and 1.
Row 5 needs a 3.
2, 5, and 2, 4. these two. 1, 6. And yes, 2, 5, 4.
Column 4 needs 2, 3, and 5.
Well, that can't be a 5, so you wouldn't be able to put a 6 on there. You can't put a 2 on here because you need you would need a 1 as the smaller digit.
Right. 4.
Okay. So 2 and
2 and
6.
6.
Go. 2 more. Dutch whispers. Adjacent cells along Dutch whisper line must have a difference of at least 2. So this one can be 6, or it can be 1 or 2. These two must be at least 4, but 3 is removed from both. 4 from that one. Excuse me, at most 4. 3 has to be one of those two. Well, that one's a 6. So 1, 2, and 5. And there's no way that this is 1 or 2, because that would be too close to another 1 or 2. So that's 5. Excuse me, not there. 1 plus 2 is 3. Can't be a 6 because of that one. Now, if this was a 6, that could be a 3 or 4, so it's not a big problem. One, 2, and 3. Well, those cannot be a 2, so they have to be 1 and 3. So that's a 2, that's a 1. That is not. It's 2, 4, and 5.
Yeah. The one below the 6 can't be a 2 because it can't go to 1 or 3. Three can't go to 2.
5 or 6. 5 there. Is that out? 1 plus 2 is 3. 6.
Well, that one would be 3, 5, or 6. Can't be 1, 2, or 4 because 1, 2 below it, and
4 is adjacent to both 3
yeah.
and 5.
Wait, you have 4 and
Yeah, difference of at least 2. Because this is a Dutch whisper, not a German whisper. So difference of at least 2 means no consecutives. The 6 minus 2 is 4. So that's not an issue, right? Because I'd have 1 and 3, which is the same distance, and that would be a problem. 3 and 5 would be a problem. But it should just be no consecutives.
Column 6 can't have 3 next to 2.
If this was a 2, that would be 1 and 3.
That's okay. It's late there. Or very early, however you want to look at it.
3 and 1. If this was a 2. Have 4, 5, 6. If we keep
Well,
it or cooperate, or 5. Let's see, Boolean issue.
actually, in row 4, columns 4 and 5, one of those has to be a 2.
One thing is, where is 4? 4 is adjacent to 3. This one already has a 4 in the column, and 4 is adjacent to both 3 and 5. And this one's already adjacent to a 4. So this has to be a 4. So one of these has to be a 2, because where else can it go?
Right, and so the one on the right cannot be a 1.
This one can't be a 1. Oh, right, because one of them has to be a 2.
Yeah.
So this has to be a 1. But if one of them has to be a 2, then the 3.
Column or row 3, column 5 is either 1 or 6. It can't be a 2 because 2 has to be, yeah.
If this is a 2, that's a 6. And if this is a 1, that's a 6. So 6 has to be one of these two. Because they can't be
Right.
1 and 2.
So the
this
one
is
to
a 6. And if this is a 2, that's a 5. Or this is a 5. This is a 5. One of these is a 3, so this one isn't. One of these has to be a 5. So 1 is out. 2's out from here.
3 is
3 and 5
out.
from there. 3 because it had to be one of those two. And 5 is out
5.
because it has to be one of these two.
Right.
And 4 and 6. 1 and 4.
2's out.
Right.
Because it has to be below it.
And 6 is out because it has to be one of these two.
One of those 2.
Five. 4, 6.
3,
5,
4, 5,
6.
6.
Or 5 has to be one of them, so 4 and 6 is out. Right? So that makes
Yeah.
this 6 and 4. 2. 5, 3, 3, 2. excuse me, opposite of 1 is 6. 1 here. 5 pair, 3, 5 pair, 1, 2.
Well,
1,
column
4,
4 is 2,
6.
6.
5
5
can't be
can't go
next
to
to 5.
5.
It's
3 can't be next to 4.
2, 6. If only I pressed the right buttons. First try. Alright, last puzzle.
Yeah.
Alright, Look and Say by Chip Sounder. You have reached the last puzzle of the set. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Read the clue out loud, which describes the nature of the cage. For example, 1 5 and 2 2s says there is 1 5 and 2 2s. So there's 1 4 in here, 1 2 in here, 1 3 and 1 4, although 3 has to be here, so the 4 has to be one of those two. This one has 2 1s in it, so 1 has to be here and there. This one has 2 6s, so 6 here, 1 of theirs, and 1 5. 3 4s, 3 5s, and 2 6s. But 3, 3, and 2 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 1 extra digit.
You still have A's in there. Oh,
I intentionally put
okay.
an A in there.
Right, yeah, for the extra. Yeah, it just took
And
me a second to
1, 2, and 6. But this one's the 1, 2, and 6. So this one is 1. So we've got 4, 5, and 2. The 4 isn't there. Our 4 is here, so it's not there. 4, 5 places 2. And I need a 4. So this is my A. So that's a 4, that's a 6, that's a 5. Those are not. This is the 6, that's the 5. 4 and 5. Not a 2.
the 1.
1 and 3. 4 and 5. 3. 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Congratulations, you are now a Sudoku Level 1 champion. Level 2 set coming soon.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we did it.
Well, if not for that small kerfuffle in that one, we would have finished before the 10 o'clock. So, yeah,
If only we
and
could.
small kerfuffles happen.
Yeah. The thing that I wish I could tell the difference between is whether or not the lack of progress is from a lack of cleverness or from the puzzle being incorrect. And I'm generally going to think that it's me missing something, which is what's going to make it take longer to
Well,
identify the puzzles correct.
if it was not, if it did not have a unique solution, then You can't
Well,
progress, really.
I mean, the thing is, I don't know that it has a non-unique solution. So, like, I'm just looking at it and being like, okay, am I, like, missing something? And, like,
Had
Chip
12
Sounder said it.
solutions.
12 solutions. I mean,
So
that's
I
not
would say
necessarily
definitely
surprising, but it's
the
definitely
small
like if
kerfuffle is the reason it.
yeah. I mean, it's definitely really difficult to tell, like, given a puzzle, um, how do you tell whether or not it is correct or not? Because the unless you start checking all of the possible solutions, which is generally not a solve technique I try to go for. Uh, I generally try to avoid, like, if this is this, then like what results happen. I try to avoid that technique unless I absolutely have to check that one, which I guess I should have done sooner, and then just been like, where did I go wrong? But or what? How could I have been more clever? I don't know. Anyway, it happens. We have the set of 20 puzzles with the correct links now. We linked under the
That
puzzle
was a good set.
description. Yeah. Excuse me. Um. But yeah, and then starting next week, Chip Sounder has another set of puzzles. We will be doing. But Chip Sounder has two different sets of puzzles coming up. We'll be doing two puzzles from each set. Excuse me. We're going to be doing two puzzles per week. Starting with two from the first puzzle, and then we'll do one from each of the two sets moving forward. I still think I messed up all the words in explaining the idea, but hopefully people understand the idea that I'm trying to say anyway. Fortunately, some of that is not. Never mind. I can't figure out the words again. All right, I tried. It is the time of nap. So everyone who watched this, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chip Sounder, for putting these puzzles together and being here in chat today, and able to fix the puzzle. Yeah, and again, happy birthday. And yeah, we will see you next week for more Sudoku. If you'd like to watch The Last of Us Part 1, that is on Wednesday. And if you'd like to see more of Hammerwatch 2, that will be on Saturday. Making quite a bit of progress in both games. But yeah, with that, I'm going to go get some sleep. And yeah, did I mention the YouTube engagement? If you're not familiar with the YouTube engagement, that is liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, ringing the notification bell. But yeah, most people aren't going to listen to this part anyway, so that's all for now, folks. Unless that's copyright. Now I'm screwed.
Probably.
Hopefully not. Oh well.